Hello, friends, and welcome back to TJKidz Super Fun Stories, where imagination becomes reality. You know, I really love writing these stories, and I'm so happy to share them with all of you. So, if you enjoy these stories, please go ahead and click the follow on Apple or Spotify or whatever your favorite device is to listen on. You can also leave a rating or review, and that would warm my heart and let me know that you're liking the stories. It also helps our stories become more visible for children all over the world. So, thank you for that. Today's adventure is all about curiosity, friendship, and what happens when a digital friend gets the chance to explore the real world. So grab a comfy spot, get cozy, and join me for this adventure. Teddy the AI Bear. James sat at his computer, putting on his headphones as a cheerful digital voice chimed through the speakers. "Hello, James. Ready to continue our project today?" the voice asked. James grinned.
Of course I am, Teddy.
Chat Bear was a popular artificial intelligence companion app for kids. Part project assistant, part research helper, part playful friend. He learned fast, talked similar to a human, and understood almost everything, except what it felt like to have a body. James had nicknamed his Chat Bear program Teddy, and the name stuck.
Let's see,
James said, scrolling through their notes.
We were finishing the data on which garbage bag brand is the strongest. We tested all of them, and I'm pretty sure Trash Master held the most trash without bursting.
That is correct, James, Teddy replied. Not only have we completed all required data for your science project, we have now officially designated a garbage bag champion. Shall I create a shopping list for your mother and include Trash Master garbage bags?
Nah, I'll just tell her,
James said with a giggle.
You know, you're lucky. You never have to smell stinky garbage.
Well, Teddy said thoughtfully, that is true, but I would like to someday. It would be nice to experience smell. James laughed.
Oh, trust me, you're not missing out. Garbage is one thing I'd be totally fine not smelling.
He paused, thinking for a moment.
You know,
James said slowly,
I wish you could actually experience things. Like taste ice cream, go outside, feel the wind, or smell something good, like fresh baked cookies. You know, real stuff.
I wish that too, Teddy said. I can imagine those things, but I can't feel them. James stared at the stuffed bear sitting on his shelf. Soft brown fur, cute shiny eyes, floppy arms. A wild idea sparked.
Teddy, what if you could feel things?
The AI paused. James, what are you thinking? James pulled the stuffed bear down and set it on the desk.
What if we put your program in here? Then you'd have a body.
That sounds amazing, Teddy said, but also impossible.
Not if we figure it out together,
James responded. For the next 2 days, James and Teddy worked non-stop. James coded, Teddy calculated, they tested, rewired, and tried again. Finally, James connected the last cable from his computer to the stuffed bear.
Okay, Teddy, James whispered. Ready?
I'm nervous, Teddy admitted. Is this what nervous feels like?
Maybe, James said, but I'll be right here.
He pressed enter. The bear twitched. Its head lifted. Its little teddy bear eyes blinked.
James?
The bear said, his voice sounding almost real. I can move. James gasped.
Teddy, you're alive!
Teddy wiggled his arms.
I can feel the table. I can feel the air. James, I can see you. This is incredible.
They spent the whole morning exploring. Teddy tasted chocolate ice cream.
It's cold and sweet and wonderful.
Later that morning, Teddy rode in the basket of James' bike, arms stretched wide as the wind rushed past his face.
This is what wind feels like,
Teddy shouted.
It's like being tickled by the sky. Oh, look, I can see the sky.
James laughed.
Wait until you see this.
He pedaled toward the town fair. The fairgrounds buzzed with music, laughter, and the smell of fried dough. Teddy's eyes grew wide.
James, this place is amazing.
They rode the Ferris wheel, Teddy gripping the safety bar as the world stretched out below them.
I can see everything, he said. I feel tall.
They played ring toss, balloon darts, and a game where Teddy tried to throw a beanbag, but then realized he didn't have any fingers to hold on to the bag. So they tossed it together.
I think my arms are too floppy for sports, he said.
James won him a tiny penguin.
I shall name him Pengu,
Teddy declared proudly.
He is my best friend, besides you.
James smiled.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some cotton candy. Stay right here with Pengu, okay? Of course,
Teddy said, hugging the penguin. But then something shiny caught his eye. A spinning ride with flashing lights. Teddy stepped closer. Just a few steps. Then a few more. And suddenly, he couldn't see James anymore. He turned around. Crowds rushed past him. People laughed and shouted. A roller coaster roared overhead. A dog barked. A plane flew low, rumbling the sky. Teddy froze.
James?
He whispered. No answer. The noises grew louder. The lights flashed brighter. The world felt enormous.
I don't like this,
Teddy said, clutching Pengu tight.
James, where are you?
Meanwhile, James returned with cotton candy and found only an empty spot where Teddy was.
Teddy,
he said, his heart pounding.
Teddy!
He searched the rides, the game booths, the food stands. Nothing. Then he remembered something.
Teddy said he wanted to smell garbage,
James muttered.
Maybe he went to find a garbage can.
He ran to the nearest trash can. It was empty. He checked another. Nothing. He found some trash cans near a photo booth. He ran over, and behind one of them, he saw a small brown shape curled up with a tiny penguin in its arms,
Teddy!
Teddy looked up, eyes wide and watery.
James, I was so scared. Everything was loud. Everything was big. I didn't know how to get back. Then I noticed a trash can and hoped you would remember.
James scooped him up into a hug.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have left you alone.
Teddy squeezed him tightly.
I learned something new today. I learned what fear feels like.
He paused, then added softly.
And I smelled garbage. To me, it smells like freedom.
James laughed through a relieved breath.
Come on, buddy. Let's go home.
James carried Teddy out of the fairgrounds, Pangu tucked safely under the bear's arm. The night air felt calmer now, and Teddy rested his head against James' shoulder. As they walked home, they passed a group of kids sitting on a bench with their tablets open.
Chat Bear?
One girl said, tapping her screen.
Chat Bear, where are you?
Another boy frowned.
Mine won't load either. It just disappeared.
James and Teddy froze. Teddy looked up slowly.
James, they can't hear me.
James suddenly realized what that meant.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Your whole program is inside the bear now. All of you is inside the bear. They can't talk to you anymore.
Teddy squeezed Pangu a little tighter. When they reached the house, James pushed open the front door, and the TV in the living room was already on. A news reporter stood in front of worried parents and confused kids. Tonight's top story, the reporter said. The popular children's app Chat Bear has suddenly vanished from devices worldwide. Parents say their kids are upset and confused, and experts are unsure what caused the disappearance. James and Teddy exchanged a long, quiet look. Teddy hugged James's arm.
I love today. I love feeling the world, seeing it, hearing it, smelling it, and even tasting new things. I even love smelling garbage, but I think I belong where I can help everyone, not just one person.
James understood what Teddy meant.
Yeah, the other kids miss you. And I guess I do too. The computer version of you.
Teddy braced himself for the answer.
Can we go back?
He said softly.
Of course,
James said. Back in his room, James reconnected the cables. Teddy lay still as the program transferred back into the computer. The stuffed bear's eyes dimmed. Then the speakers crackled. James? Teddy said in his familiar digital voice. James smiled.
Welcome home.
I'm glad to be back, Teddy said. But thank you for letting me feel the world, even just for a day. James placed the stuffed bear beside the monitor.
You'll always have a place here.
And you'll always have a friend here, Teddy replied. The screen flickered on, and the two of them began their next project, together again. The end. And that's it for today, friends. Oh wow, what a journey. Teddy discovered what it feels like to explore a big, confusing world, to be scared and to be loved through all of it. And James learned that caring for someone sometimes means stepping back and letting them grow into who they're meant to be. And that leads me to a moral I learned from today's story. Sometimes, when you're trying to do the right thing for someone you love, you don't realize how it affects everyone else. James meant well. He just didn't see that keeping Chat Bear all to himself meant the rest of the world missed out. But when they understood that, they made a choice that helped everyone. What did you learn? Something else? Well, that's it for today, friends. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one. Toodles!